Hello there and welcome back to the channel and start of a new series for a Sunday, Painscreek Killings. Now this is developed by EQ Studios, bunch of great guys, very nice people. They've got another game coming out soon, I believe it's soon. There's a demo up available for it now called Scene Investigators, which intrigues me to no end. So I figured, why not dive into their first game and show it some love. So all I know about this one is you're an investigator. I don't think you're a PI. I think you're an investigative journalist. It's a bit of a mouthful, that. You're a journalist who travels to an abandoned village in order to chase up a murder, it's a murder mystery game, basically. But the village has been abandoned. I don't quite know why it's been abandoned. I'm sure we'll find out. But we have to explore the village and do a proper investigation. We've got to uncover the truth about these killings. I'm assuming it's multiple killings because it says killings, plural. Not just one person. I think it's Vivian. Is it Vivian Roberts? Is the main one that we're investigating? But I think we're going to uncover a whole string of other things going on. Very intriguing. I do like the look of it as well. It looks very nice. So, grab your favourite drinks and snacks, curl up somewhere comfortable, and let's jump into the Painscreek Killings. I completely butchered that there. We're just going to roll with it. We're just going to roll with it. Enjoy, guys. Enjoy. This game seeks to emulate, to a certain degree, the experience of investigating a murder case. You will need to search each location carefully, find clues to proceed, and use your observation and deduction skills to uncover the hidden secrets. We recommend writing your own notes and or taking advantage of the in-game camera. The game auto-saves whenever you enter a location. Should you encounter a bug or problem while playing, such as being stuck behind furniture or getting pushed out of the game world, simply use the reload button in the menu to transport you back to the entrance of the location. Your game will continue from there and you will retain everything you found up until that point. That's very cool. So you can reset the rooms, basically.
Hey, Janet. So the chief is entrusted with my assignment, hey? I hope it didn't interfere with your weekend plans. Anyway,
not at all.
Told me to call you and fill you in on it. You remember the murder that happened a few years back that was never solved?
Not really.
The one at Painscreek where the ex-mayor's wife was killed?
Okay, so
well, the property's being auctioned off soon, so we don't have much time to dig up anything that's relevant to the case.
Okay, so why is does the mayor own the village?
Hopefully it'll be something worth publishing. Anyway, take care. I'll see you on Monday. Bye.
Quite possibly. Are we in? That's what's getting out in the car. Okay, so yeah. So does I'm already trying to work it out already. The village is abandoned. Does that mean that the mayor owns the land that the village is on, and with him selling up, or it's been auctioned off, that obviously the village had to close as well because obviously they just all decided to move. It's a bit strange. Very interesting. We need to keep an eye on that. Right, so we've got a letter. Oh, we've got a letter. Regarding who killed Vivian Roberts. Vivian Roberts. I don't know what name I said. Did I get the name right before? I can't remember. August 3rd, 1999. In 95, Vivian Roberts, a successful businesswoman and wife of former mayor, was murdered and dragged to the front of her own home. The murdered and dragged to the front of her home, that seems mighty personal. That's sending a message. Whoever killed her sent a message. The case was never solved and the killer never found. It was rumoured that a private investigator was in Painscreek sometime later, but there's nothing more on that. Last week we received news that large swaths of Painscreek County will be auctioned off soon. We would like to revisit the story and attempt to find out the following. Who killed Vivian Roberts? What was the motive? And what was the murder weapon? Please submit your findings and a front page photograph for your story to be published. Don't forget to bring a camera. Okay. Alright. Right, stick look around, left move, normal stuff. Oh, is this our car? Do you want to leave Painscreek now? The game will proceed to the ending. No, I don't. I really don't. Well, if ever, we can just blow off. So we can just blow off the game. We can not play the game. That's very interesting. Right. Something posted on the window. It might be important. Oh, that note. Notice close for good. Alright. And where are we? Black Pine Road, Sheriff's Office, Painscreek County. What's this? Cemetery Gate Padlock 1131. Okay, so it's got a code. You know what? I'm going to write that down. I have a lovely little tiny little notepad. I need to get a new one. I'm probably going to need a bigger one for this game, apparently. Right, just quickly write that down. Cemetery Pad 1131. Okay. Notes, man. Taking notes. I never remember codes. I've got to write them down. Right. So that's a cemetery padlock. Can we go in here? Let's go into the sheriff's office. See what we can find. Because they would have had maybe files with... Yeah, they probably had files on the case itself. Oh, okay. We have an office. We've got... Is it one cell? Do I have a flashlight? There's nothing in here. Let's not be a negative Nancy. Right, so there's nothing in here right now. Light. Some light switches don't work. Find another way to better see in the dark. Okay. So this is this tiny little sheriff's office. Oh, that's a nice painting. I would have that on my wall. Oh, we have a map. Okay, so we're down the bottom. We are Black Pine Road. We're in the sheriff's outpost. We're right down the bottom. It doesn't seem like a massive village. Mayor's Mansion right up at the top. Communal Hospital on the far west side. Church on the left. And a few studios. The Inn and Suites, Post Office, and Oliver's Photography. Alright. Deeper down with the map. Okay, cool. And yes, I'll pick that. Right stick, rotate item, right shoulder, zoom the item in. A, put the item back. B, store the item in inventory. Is that right? Maggie light. Mag light. I like that. Nice. Yes, I'll borrow this thing. We have tea. 3 different kinds of tea. I'm going to guess green tea, decaf, and breakfast tea. I know nothing about tea. That's another nice picture as well. That looks like a photograph though, rather than a painting. Might be wrong. Sheriff, I hope you don't mind. I've borrowed your torch. Notepad. That will be a key on the floor. A key to the desk. Okay. Oh, what's this? Scott Brooks, Painscreek Trinity Church pastor's son, suspected for killing Vivian Roberts. So he was a suspect. He's a pretty boy. Witness reported seeing suspect fleeing from murder scene late night. The police apprehended Scott Brooks yesterday afternoon. He was residing at the Roberts hunting cabin by the trailhead. Okay, that's a clue. According to witnesses who at this time had wished to remain anonymous, he was coming home late on July 19th around 11:50 p.m. when he saw Scott walking very quickly away from Roberts' mansion, heading down Silver Lake. Although Scott looked upset, the witness did did not think it unusual until a few days later when he came across a newspaper article on Vivian Roberts' murder. Feeling uneasy about the whole situation, he called the police. Shortly after the call was made, the police arrived at Scott's cabin and questioned about his whereabouts the night Vivian died. Scott said he did meet her that night, but he said he had nothing to do with her death. Scott was later brought down to the station for further questioning. Continue page 4. Okay, so it's a cutting of envelopes. Anything in the envelope? No. Unlock. Can I? Oh, thank you, game. I was going to say. I've screwed up. There we go. Unlock that. Thank you. Nothing in that drawer. I want the top one. We'll have a key and a note. Vivian Roberts murder case report. Nice. Thank you. I could do with this information. This report is an update of what happened to Vivian Roberts. Scott Brooks, the only suspect of this murder case, was apprehended a few days after Vivian's body was found. According to our investigation, someone saw Scott around 11:30 p.m. near the woods north of the mansion. 2 hunters were looking for more wood for their bonfire when they heard shouting. They witnessed Scott and Vivian arguing. Okay. Who are the 2 hunters? However, they were too far to hear the content of the argument. 6 months prior to Vivian's death, Scott was fired from working at the mansion. He cited Scott for tardy work and rebellious behaviour. She was also prohibited Scott from visiting the mansion and meeting Tricia, who by then had a close relationship with Scott. We are currently investigating the case. Scott is our main suspect in Vivian's murder. I'm not entirely sure. I think Scott might be a red herring. Looks like an old gate key. Yeah, I'll take that. In the bottom drawer. What are you? Oh, don't. Vivian Roberts' funeral was held this afternoon. Bernard the butler, Dorothy the head servant, Derek the family chauffeur, and his mom, Wanda, who was fighting cancer, attended. Vivian's husband, Charles, came with their daughter, Tricia. Charles did not utter a word. He was very quiet. Most of the town came and paid their respects at the funeral. Halfway through the ceremony, Tricia started to weep loudly. Dorothy brought her elsewhere and the crying died down. I noticed that Dorothy looked tired. Must have been tough to take care of Tricia. She's been having multiple breakdowns. I can't blame her. With the loss of her mother and with her boyfriend being accused as the killer, it must have taken a toll on her. I feel sorry for the whole family. September 6th. The town of Painscreek is quickly becoming a ghost town. The population has decreased drastically over the years ever since the deaths occurred. It seems that more and more people are actively looking to leave this town. It's sad to see a once lively town become what it is now. Okay, so there's been multiple murders and people are just leaving. The deaths. See, it's deaths plural. This is more than Vivian Roberts died. Okay. It's been almost 6 months since, or December 2nd. It's been almost 6 months since Vivian was killed. Her death still bothers me. Why was she killed? What was the killer's motives? She was someone who'd earned the love and respect of the community. No employee of hers, nor any citizen of Painscreek reaped any benefit from her passing. Doesn't make any sense. February 20th. Painscreek Community Hospital is officially closed. The remaining patients have been allocated to other hospitals that will provide suitable services for them. To be honest, it's hard to watch them leave. I wonder if the day will come when I will be reassigned somewhere else. Probably it's bound to happen. So that's the sheriff's thing. Ooh.
Hi, this is Stephen. I just want to make sure the package was sent. Again, I'm currently at Anne's courtyard. Any extra info you have would be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Talk to you later.
Oh, answer phone message plus fax machine. Okay. So package has been delivered. Okay. Post office. There is a post office. I'm wondering whether we can find this package. Wonder what it is. I'm genuinely curious of what it is. Regarding work relocation. Dear Sheriff James Howard, due to the decreasing population of Painscreek County over the recent years, we have decided to dedicate manpower elsewhere. This letter is to inform you that you have been reassigned to Grand County starting May 14th. Please report to our office before May 12th, 1998. Richard O'Connell. So he was left. Right, so is that everything in here? I mean, we can always come back. Oh, actually, we're no board. Moon Cafe, Black Pine Road, Painscreek, NL. What's NL? It's an American. I know NL is an American state. I have no idea which one it is, though. It doesn't immediately. It jumps out that I should know it, but I don't. Come check out section of exquisite recipes to taste. Our lattes are known as the best in the county. Come and have a chat with our friendly baristas. Lunch and dinner only $9.99. That's actually not bad for dinner. In partnership with Anne's Courtyard Inns and Suites, if you show our baristas your receipt or room tag, you will receive a free cup of signature moon latte. Nice. So we're missing kid as well. Joshua Taylor. Missing November 3rd. Date of birth, January 23rd, 1970. 13-year-old. Male, biracial, red hair, eyes brown, 5 foot, 80 pounds. Last seen on the playground. Last seen, 4 Pebble Lane across the river on the playground. He was wearing his favourite blue jacket and has a scar below his left eye. And that's Vivian herself. She's a nice looking lady. Vivian Roberts, successful businesswoman and wife of the ex-mayor, found dead in front of her home. Third death, just... Okay, so she was the third. Alright, that's interesting. Who was the first and the second? That really intrigued me. I would need to work out who the first and the second one is. Maybe in the article. I should probably read the article and, maybe actually tell you. Vivian Roberts, the wife of ex-mayor Charles Roberts, was found dead in front of her home at 1 Maple Drive, Painscreek, at 7:15 a.m. Mary Martinez, a maid currently working at the mansion, was retrieving the morning paper when she saw Vivian's body. She immediately called 911. The Painscreek sheriff, James Howard, arrived shortly after and the victim was pronounced dead. The time of death was estimated to be between 11 p.m. last night and 1 a.m. this morning. The body is currently at the coroner's office waiting for an autopsy. The people of Painscreek have started grieving for her. Candles and flowers were being placed at the gates in front of her home where she was found. Vivian was indeed a person whom many respected and adored. Her success in business, her loyalty to her family and her love for the people of Painscreek are unsurpassed. She'll be missed. Continue page 6. This is bugging me, this is bugging me a little bit. Because she was the third person murdered. So I'm wondering why. Oh, it's just about a beach. I couldn't see it properly before. Locked. Alright. Let's not go in there. Right, so we can leave now. Maybe head into town. We've got 2 key. We've got a code for the cemetery gate. I think we've got the code for this gate as well. Not the big gate though. One of these is I'll remember the controls. Use. There we go. We're in. So we've got the river. That looks like crime scene tape over there. Quaint little village. Let's head this way. We've got number 5. Is there any mail? No. Locked. Someone was fishing. Got some crime scene number 7. So that was what, 5, 7, 9. So there's got to be stuff across the other way. Down the back alley. got another locked gate. That looks like the key already in it. Oh, it's not. Oh, it looked like there was a key in there already. I'm going to check the post office. See what they'll see about this package. This package is probably nothing, you know. Can't get in there. So we can't jump, can we? Can't crouch though, but we can't crouch underneath that. I get the feeling this gate's going to be locked and we're going to have to go the wrong way around. Oh, never mind. Colour me surprised. Right, so that's the inn. Another barricaded door. I do wonder why they barricaded the doors. It's bizarre. It's bizarre behaviour. Although do they do that in the wake of something being abandoned? Right, so that's the inn. So we need to head left to the postal service. So it's up the top here. What's NL? I'm probably going to have to look it up. I was going to say New Hampshire, but it's definitely in America. United States Postal Service. Locked. Is there another way in? Can we get in, like, thingy, or do we need to find a key? I get the feeling we're maybe barking up the wrong tree, I think. We need to find the post office key. So this should lead us back around. That'll lead us back to where we came in. Trail closed, do not enter. Public hunting area. Limited public hunting under federal state laws. Consult manager for current regulations. Can we... Okay, so we really can't go under there. Alright. So we can't go under there, so that's edge of the map, I think. Disclaimer notice. Changes of play area. Children must be supervised by responsible adults. So this is where the kid went missing. A 13-year-old. For the record, I don't think this is a horror game. I don't think this is like, I don't think we're going to get ghosts or anything like that. Okay, I was going to say, if a kid was taken from that park, then there's only really one way to go, and that's very obvious if he was taken. But he could very easily been taken this way. Because this has got a lot of ground cover. Shouldn't go into the water, my equipment will get wet. True. Right, so where does this lead? Also, does this lead to... Or you can guarantee that that 13-year-old's in this well. Kid caught, pulled this way, dragged this way, either murked in here and then thrown down the well, or... What's this note? To-do list, get more firewood, give Trisha my spare cabin key. Okay. Fix Mrs. Patterson's sink, visit Andrew at the hospital, check hospital for missing tools. So you fixed Mrs. Patterson's sink, and then he didn't do anything after that. We did give Trisha the spare cabin key. Locked. Okay. So this may be where Scott was living after he was turfed out of the mansion. Is there anything around the back? A ladder. Okay. So let's head back this way. I think we've got nothing over here. Property rules: no alcohol, no drugs, no smoking, no weapons. Not bad rules for a park, really. Right, so where we're going now? Should we check out the burnt down house? Or can we get in this garden? We can get through. Oh, not even a garden we can get through. I don't think we're going to get into the post office. Completely forgot what was there. I don't think we're going to get into the post office anytime soon. I think we need to find the key for it. So let's be methodical about it. Let's head back out to the village proper. Oh, wait, can we get, can we get in this door? Locked. Nothing in the, no mats or anything like that. No keys hidden. Nope. Alright. So we have no inventory stuff. Oh, we've got camera, like no extra inventory stuff. That's not our own. Check out cafe. Locked. Does that mean the key may be in there? I think we've got to find the right spot to start with here. Let's check around here. So definitely get the feeling we need to check out the post office to have a look at that parcel. Although it could be a red herring entirely. Anything in the trash can? Nope. It's probably a red herring entirely, and I'm going to waste a whole load of time trying to get in here and have it be completely waste of time. Ooh, what are you? Big Bucks Little. Sorry, we're closed. Yeah, all these doors are locked. So this way leads to, if I press the right button, this way leads to the hospital. So we're heading up to towards the hospital. Oh, there we go. Giant H. That means hospital. H for hospital. So let's not go up that way yet. So I think that's a dead end. We're going to head down. I'm not going to procrastinate any longer. We're going to head down. And we're going to have a look at that burnt down house. Work out whose house that actually was. Because that's too bold and in your face. Right on the edge of town. No, sorry. I was going to say, that rod was on the floor before, but I'm looking at the wrong one. It's that rod that I was looking at. That one right there. Not that one there. Wonder how many fish are actually in this lake, this river. Right. Oh, okay, you're locked. Never mind. Let's not go in there then. So that leads back where it was. Let's head towards the inn. Let's check the inn. I'm going to check the key locations. Maybe we can find something in here and then work out what's that way. Well, at least we can get in here. We need to check out the mansion as well. We need to check out the crime scene. I don't know why I'm doing stuff like this. No lights. It's a little bit dark, isn't it? Let's have some flashlight on. Yet another nice picture. Your taste in devs, your taste in art is impeccable. Read dart scoring. Do we need to know this? Can we play dart? Can we even play darts? I wonder. You know what? Strange as it may sounds, I'm going to take a picture of that. Right? Can I take a picture of that? Yes, I can. There we go. Because I get the feeling that could end up being important. Don't know why. Because whoever played darts obviously didn't bother thinking, and I can't be bothered to work out the timing now, or the time of the thing now, the score. Explore the area, Black Pounds. Okay, so that's the area map. Moon Cafe. Moon Cafe has acclaimed coffee has been known as one of the reasons people come to Painscreek. If you hadn't had something from there yet, we highly recommend you to visit and taste for yourself. Welcome. Enjoy your stay in Painscreek and take a chance to explore the surroundings. Traverse up the slopes of Black Pine Mountains and take in the jaw-dropping views. Or take a hike on our trails towards Cherry Creek Lake. Spend the night at Anne's Courtyard Inn and Suites and enjoy the 5-star room service it provides. There are many amazing things you can experience here. Do we want to go... I don't know how deep we want to explore into this building. I get the feeling I should go to the crime scene first. I think we're going to do that. Once I finish this, once I read this, we're going to come back to this building. Here's some of our usual customers. You might want to memorize this. Church 4-6 little... Oh, just a bunch of addresses. And that seems to be wine. That'll be a bathroom. Get into the office. We have spare darts. Well, we have a note and a key. Here's the key that you requested. 7 Black Pine Road, Painscreek, NL 28115. So that's the key to 7. 7 Black Pine Road. So that's the burnt out building, isn't it? Unlocked toolbox. Can we open that? Right. Painscreek Community Hospital closes its doors after 60 years of service. Painscreek Community Hospital, one of the leaders in long-term rehabilitation for the elderly in Newland. NL, Newland. Finally closes its doors after 60 years of service. Painscreek Community Hospital first opened its doors in 1936, serving as a humble abode for treating patients and provided boarding for those in need of prolonged treatment. Vivian Roberts, a successful businesswoman, saw the need to revamp the hospital in the early 70s. Okay, so she's connected to the hospital. She's some money behind the hospital. She founded the Roberts Relief Foundation with the main purpose to support the needs of the village of Painscreek, starting with the hospital. That's why she's well liked as well. By the early 80s, the population of the village and local areas had started to decline rapidly. Many young people who went to college did not return, and the number of seniors was quickly rising. With the increased need... And we can't go anymore. Okay. Locked. Draw 201. We've got 202, 203, 204. Oh, no, another flashlight. Alright. So what are these? Can we have a look at you? Anything in here? So these must be maybe mail for... like lockers. Mail lockers for the guests. Okay. Or dated dinner. I was going to say, why was 2 people in 201? Neil Merck, Baldwin on Fran Reynolds, Howie Timothy, Norm Aiden, Steve Moss, Clancy Huey. All in the standard room. Not everyone has a phone number though. Okay, let's just have a photo of that just to be safe. Bottle of wine. Champagne Linger Ball. A case of Da Vinci wine. Okay. So we may be selling. It's locked. So the top part's locked. I wonder, do we need to be in there for something? Or is that just a red? I'm curious whether what is red herrings and what's not red herrings. Empty in books. Can't interact with the books. Right. Before we go exploring the upstairs, I am actually going to... We're going to head to the mansion. We're going to head to the crime scene. Because I think that should be the first place. It should really be in the first place that we looked. I'm also wondering about this car now as well. Definitely need to get in here at some point. Maverick. Because there's some stuff on the passenger seat that really intrigues me. Right. So we need to head... Let's head north around the back of this place here. Head through that, cut through that thing next to Oliver's photography, and we're going to head to the mayor's mansion. So we'll go this way. No parking. Then we can blast this way onto Walnut, and that's Oliver's photography there. We're going to ignore the door though. I think it's going to be locked. I think. Let's head in here. This has got to be the path to... This has to be the path to the mayor's mansion. Or the road to the mayor's mansion. Right, so we've got some stairs leading down there. Leading into the village. It makes sense to have some stairs down there, so because you wouldn't want to walk down this road to get into the village. And let me guess, the gate is locked. It's not locked. Okay, I was expecting it to be locked. Okay, we're in the grounds. It's a nice house. Fountain not working though. I can't climb up there. That's going to lead to a garage of some sorts, I would imagine, for the cars. Gate on the left. Highly doubt whether the main door is going to be open, but you never know. Might be surprised. Surprised about the... Hello? So she was murdered and she was dragged out here. Obviously no crime scene. It's been quite a long time. It would have been cleaned up. So she was killed and then dragged out the front door. And out to the front of the house, i.e. around that area over there. Let's go in. Hello? Is there anybody undead in here? What are you? Jackson and Lewis. Or awards and stuff. Okay. Better? Nope. So definitely people are packing up still. Let's go down this way. little bit of light. Oh, okay. So we've got a second floor. So we've got a map of the second floor. Trisha's room. So we're upstairs and to the left. Dorothy's room, security, attic. Maid's room, bathroom, exercise room, guest room. Okay. So we can pick that up now. We've got to actually have access to it as a map. Okay. That's cool. I like that. Right, so we've got boxes of furniture. We've got some duct tape and scissors. Let's turn that off. A keypad lock. 5-digit keypad lock. Okay. Do we want to go upstairs? Actually, let's not go upstairs yet. Let's check out the first floor first. So that's the Mayor Roberts thingy. That's got to be Trisha. Obviously, that's Vivian. Okay, let's just close that. I like this as well, the fact that there's torches all over the place. Dr. Henry Johnson found drowned in vehicle at bottom of Cherry Creek Lake. Cherry Leak Creek? Right. Body submerged in water for as long as 15 days. So was he the first murder? Or second murder? A burgundy car was found at the bottom of Cherry Creek Lake yesterday afternoon. A swimmer who chose to remain anonymous said he was diving in the lake when he saw what appeared to be a red car glittering at the bottom of the lake. He swam towards the vehicle and was shocked to see a body in the driver's seat. He quickly called the police. 3 hours later... 3 hours? Oh. I just read the next line. 3 hours later, the vehicle was pulled out of the lake and the body was identified as Dr. Henry Johnson. I expected the 3-hour wait to be for them to turn up. Which is sad to say tends to be what happens over here. Based on the police report, the body has been in the water between 10 and 15 days. Painscreek Community Hospital confirmed that Dr. Johnson last checked in on June 28, 1995. The hospital staff assumed he had left Painscreek for business purposes, which Dr. Johnson was known to do rather privately. No missing person report. No other pages. Okay, so the doctor went missing. I'm gonna sneeze. So the doctor went missing a while, well, went missing. No one realised he'd gone missing. Like, you just thought he was on a work trip somewhere. Anything in the fridge? No. I don't know why I'm expecting to see some weird, something peeking at us or something. Actually, can we get in these drawers? We're not. Shopping list for Trisha's birthday. 3 packs of balloons, candles, new tablecloths, baking powder, eggs, strawberries. M. Ooh, and we have a key. A mansion room key. Beat stone. Okay. Couldn't take a key. Anything in these rooms? No. So I'm thinking, is M the cook or the maid? I don't know why I opened that drawer, because I can see in it, because the drawer's out. Right, so we've got a key to somewhere. Checked out up there. We need to check upstairs. I'm going to check out the first floor first. Ooh, actually, do you have a message? You do not. Worth a shot, though. wasn't it? I think it was worth a shot. You know what? This is a really nice house. And there we go, I was right. There's some garages around the back. Check that out as well. Right, so let's try... That's not the one I wanted. It's this one. It doesn't work. Okay. So this key's got to be for somewhere in this house. Okay, that's pitch black. Let's keep the torch on. That is pitch black, and that leads upstairs. Okay, so this is the gym. Or the exercise room. Okay. So that leads down to downstairs. Shifts. So is that a workout schedule? Vivian's lock is empty. Trisha, Derek. So these are workout things. So that must be a workout schedule. Oh, hello, key. A rusty key. So these are all empty. I'll say all empty. Anything Trisha's. So we have a key in Bernard's room. Who was Bernard? Who was Bernard? I don't know people's names yet. Bernard was part of the family. Or at least worked for the family. Right, so who's Bernard? Ah, Bernard was the... Okay. Bernard's the butler, Dorothy the head servant, Derek the family chauffeur, and his mom, Wanda. So who's M? That note in the kitchen was M. Obviously Vivian Roberts. Unless it meant mom. But why would you sign it mom? That's weird. Who's M? Locked. Do we have a... Nope. I'm actually thinking we'll get used to these controls eventually. This is the house entrance key found on one of the locker in the mansion. So that may be a key to the gate. We have a note on that door. Right, I forgot to return the servant room's key in time, so I left the key in the kitchen drawer. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's servant room. Alright. So that would be the key that I found in the doodad. So this is the servant's room. We have a note. I need to report Scott to Bernard. His suspicious acts are getting out of hand. Today I saw him peeking into Mr. and Mrs. Roberts' room from the window. He's been told many times not to do this. M. Who's M? Am I being completely dense and we know who M is already? Nothing in here. Anything in the drawers? That would be no. But yeah, am I being dense and like not working out who M is? A diary. February 3rd. Whose diary is this? I'm wondering. I was cleaning the mansion attic today when I found Derek and Wanda's old stuff. I asked Derek about it and he told me he used to live here with his mom until he was about 6 years old. We chatted for like an hour. I've never talked to him that much. It felt quite nice talking with him, rather relaxing. I had to interact with Bernard today. His left wrist was swollen pretty badly. When asked what happened, he claimed he fell during rock climbing and twisted his left hand, so he can't help with writing the Easter invitations this year. I told him he only needed his right hand for writing. He looked at me as if I was joking. How could I have known that he was left-handed? Because people don't think about left-handed people that often. When was the last time you thought and wondered whether, thought someone was left-handed without asking them or seeing them, actually writing? Dorothy asked me to help clean her house tomorrow. I didn't know she has her own place. I thought she lived with the Roberts family in the nanny's room. She said she hasn't used the house for the past few months, but it needs to be taken care of every now and then. She'll be 60 this year. I think I should help her. P.S. The address is 40 Black Pine Road in Painscreek. May 29th. Trisha and Vivian had an argument during the dinner. Vivian is thinking to send Trisha to college, but Trisha wants to be with Scott. She's not thinking straight. I was about to clean the gallery when I noticed the door was already slightly open. I looked inside and saw Mr. Roberts standing in front of a painting right before he left. I heard a faint click as he was leaving the gallery. I hid in the staircase hallway, and when I was sure that he was gone, I went to the gallery to see what he was so entranced by. It's just a painting of an old woman with a white headband. I wonder what's so interesting about this lady. There'll be a grand party to celebrate Trisha's birthday this evening. She will officially be 21 years old. Trisha and Scott are meeting at the shed behind the mansion. They called it their secret hideout. I know Vivian doesn't want Trisha to be with Scott. Should I tell her about it? Probably not a good idea. Dr. Johnson is dead. He was the head of Painscreek Community Hospital as well as the Roberts family doctor. The police came by and asked if Vivian would be willing to go down to the station for another interview. I was nervous, but Vivian was very calm and accepted their request. She came back in the evening and assured us that everything was okay. She had nothing to do with Dr. Johnson's death. His death was purely an accident. That's weird. I'm not entirely sure what I'm making of this right now. I was cleaning Mr. Roberts' tea room and I stumbled across a ripped out one. I was cleaning Mrs. Roberts' tea room when I stumbled across a pile of letters full of negative comments addressed to her. Why on earth does she keep getting those? She keep those letters. She, more than anybody in this town, doesn't deserve to be attacked by these faceless cowards. These people cannot see the positive impact she has made for this community. It's not her fault that her business deals can't please everyone. M. We need to find out who M is. I'm like, that's really bugging me. Like, who the heck's M? Notes. Oh wait, whoa. Am I being... Mary Martinez. So Mary Martinez was the cleaner. It's not in there, is it? No. James Howell Sheriff. Mary Martinez. She wasn't mentioned. So she wasn't mentioned in here, or was she? Okay. Onwards. I don't think I've got the key anymore. Oh no, that's a different key. Right, so I don't have that key anymore, so it's literally only for that lock. We got anything on here? Something buried. We have a flower pot. That must be the shed that they were hiding out in. Okay. I feel the need to close these doors. Right, so we've got a pool table. Let's get a little bit of light, shed a little bit of light on it. What are you? 20 years later, the Painscreek still honours the lives of coal mine workers. Despite shock and pain, it was a tragedy that united everyone. So there's obviously an accident. 20 years ago, 6 members of this village, together with 13 others from the towns of Hillsdale and Old Creek, perished in one of the coal mine demolition programs. The coal mine belonged to the Roberts Mining Company. Okay. Vivian Roberts, who had just married into the Roberts family, started a fundraising event that raised $96,000, contributing $24,000 from her own company. A total of $120,000 was compensated to the 6 families. That's very nice of her. She was a very nice woman, it seems. Helped out the hospital, helped out the miners' families. This is a very small sum compared to what those families lost, and no amount of money can replace their loved ones, Vivian told the press. What we can do, however, is provide them with whatever help they may need, and for those who have helped financially, the Roberts family thanks you. The words not only comforted those families, ... Continue page 5. We're going through this with a fine-tooth comb. Come on, look at that ball. Ginger beer. I'm not a huge fan of ginger beer. That mirror could do with the clean. Right, so what's this? A sheet to count scores. Oh, for the pool table. But that stairs are going down there. Locked. Security room locked. I don't have the keys. We have ourselves what looks like a sunroom. Nothing in these drawers. No. And this is going to be locked. Okay. So we've got the gate key. And we've got a key to number 7. All the doors in here seem to be locked. I can't see any more keys. At least haven't found any yet. Right. Again, I hit the wrong button. I keep on thinking it's left bumper to sprint, but it's not. Left bumper is crouch. And then we've got another balcony area. Nothing in here. Anything around the back? No. Right, so I think that's the house. Explored. So let's head downstairs. Just leave here. Actually, can we? Are the drawers in here? No, they're not. Who lives in a house like this? Right. So let's through the keyhole. If you remember that show, let's go this way. Actually, let's check out the shed. And then we'll check out the garage. See if we can't get in there. We have the decking area, which I don't think leads anywhere. Is there anything on this table? I'm going to say no, or is there? Hold on. No, it's not. I thought there was a bit of a glow there. Right. So this is the shed back here that Trisha and Scott were hiding out in. Like hanging out in. It's the padlock. I definitely need to get in there. I don't think I haven't got the code, have I? No. Trisha's room though may have the code in Trisha's room. I don't think I can get in there yet. We have a box of, wait, why do I have a box of wine out here? Right. So can we get in the garage? Can't open the doors at least. Can we get in this door? Locked. Bolted from the inside. Okay. So if that's bolted from the inside, how do we get in there? There must be another way. Too short to look through the windows. Does that mean there's a way through there? Maybe into that room up there and then down into the... Okay. We have a laundry room. And we have another diary. May 24th. Been here for almost 3 months. Everyone treats me well. Most of the workers have been here for a long time, some as long as 30 years. Dorothy is probably the oldest maid here. She is really nice and is responsible for taking care of all the maids. She's always giving me snacks. She's one of those parental figures that, you know, likes to feed people. I know the type. The other oldest worker is probably Bernard, the butler. He's so serious, I don't think I've ever seen him smile. Dorothy and Bernard don't talk much to each other, however they are perfect when it comes to attending Charles and Vivian's needs. I guess that's why they're in charge here. A long time, when you work with someone for a long time, you kind of know not to do chit-chat most of the time. And you're very business-like, I've noticed. You can say stuff without actually needing to say stuff. And all that type as well. Why use 5 words when 1 will do? I notice Charles and Vivian are never together much either. Even when they're both at home, they don't seem happy what's going on. So there's a bit of turmoil going on. Alright. Vivian was passing by when I broke the vase. I must have been really nervous because I stood there for God knows how long. I thought she would scold me or even fire me. Instead, Vivian invited me to have tea with her. She asked about my parents and what I wanted to do in the future. I told her I'd hoped to open my own deli someday. She said I could do anything if I set my mind on it and work really hard like me. She used to be poor and now she's a successful businesswoman. I hope to be like her someday. July 6th. Wonder is sick. I've heard she has cancer. It's been 2 months since I took over for her. Her son Derek stays with her whenever he's not driving for Charles. I feel sorry for them luckily. Mr. Roberts helps with their financial needs. I pray he gets well soon. October 14th. Hey, my birthday. I would have been 10 years old in October 14th, 1993. Andrew shouted at me for walking on the grass, though I was sure I didn't step on it this time. He's always drunk anyways. Scott told me to ignore him. I'm not sure how he could be so patient, always taking care of Andrew and covering his workload. I would have assumed that Scott was Andrew's son if I hadn't known Father Matthew adopted him years ago. He's so nice and talented, not to mention handsome, if only he wasn't taken. Okay. So was Mary Martinez must be a young girl. I got an achievement there. That's Mary Martinez's story. That seems to be his second thing. Okay, so we can't get in here. This does lead. I mean, it's probably not correct. Yeah, it doesn't work. So it's an entrance key. Right, so I think we're maybe done here for now. We don't have any more keys. We've got this key that we need to find out where it unlocks. And that's a small kitchen. We've been in there already. Been across there, been upstairs. Now when it says entrance key, does that mean we need to find the code for that? And there was nothing else in here, was there? Right, so I think we're done in the mansion for now. Entrance key. That's not the... The entrance wasn't locked. This is a house entrance key. Found it in one of the lockers in the mansion. House entrance. That looks like an outdoor key. Is it an outdoor key, Kent? I might have just been dim and not thinking that, and I can actually get in here with... Right, so I can't get in there. Can't do it on the top floor either. Can I open one of these? No, I can't. I expect to be able to use a key or then twist that and then it'll pull the thing open. Okay. I'm very intrigued already. This has kind of grabbed me. The whole mystery of it. So it's still early days. But this is the crime scene. This is where Vivian was murdered. But we've also got another murder on the go as well. Or another death, I should say. I can't call it a murder. Because it wasn't suspicious circumstances. He was just... It was claimed as an accident. Alright. So we've got one murder. For sure. Although Vivian was the third. So I'm wondering who the other two were. I'm assuming one of them is the doctor's. But obviously it's been chalked up as an accident, not a murder. In the notes that were found. Very interesting. Right, so I think we're done in the mansion. Should we head back down to the village and let's head to try and find number 7. Right. If we head down here, see which way this leads. This leads back into the village, but I'm assuming... I think we need to find number 7. Was number 7 that burnt one? Because that would kind of make sense. And that leads up to the hospital. Or are you number 40? Let's try it. And that's the bookshop there. That's 32. Can't get in there yet. It has to be this one down here. I'm sure it's 7. Okay. Yeah, this is 7. Unlock. Let's go in. Right, so this is number 7. I don't know who lived in number 7. But there's definitely been, what looks like there's definitely been a fire. So I don't quite know what we're doing in here. Nothing in the drawer. Close, please. There we go. Proper investigation here, like. So who lived in... I'm wondering who lived in number 7. Do we know? I might have just been dim and we haven't I did check that drawer, didn't I? Yes, I did. Didn't check that one, though. I know it's going to be annoying. I feel compelled to... Door is jammed. Okay. What's jamming the door? Oh, yes. There was definitely a fire in here. I think I get the feeling anything in here is, like, long gone. Ooh, okay. Okay. I don't know what happened there. We have a safe. So we've got a note and we've got a flask. Premium rums flask. I can't take that. What's this note? Dear Daniel, have you been my son? Oh. I'm just going to gloss over the fact that I completely did not read the first word in that sentence. I was going to say, have you been my son? Didn't sound correct. It's because I didn't read how. How have you been my son? It has been a while since I last wrote to you. I'm getting much better now. Dr. Johnson has assured me that I'm recovering well. I'm now working full-time at the mansion. The hallucinations are gone. There are just 2 more checkups to do and I'll be done with rehab. How's Mom doing? Is she still working at a restaurant? I hope she spends enough time with you. I don't blame her for leaving. I wish I could be there for you. I'm sorry things turned out this way. Please forgive me. I've been saving my money and plan to... Okay. So, do you think this is Scott's house? Is this the house that Scott was living in? Furniture's all gone. Let's check upstairs. Okay, that doesn't look good. That is a pentacle on the floor. Let's just take a photo of that. Let's have a photo of that. Because we may be able to find out something about that later on. What are these? Are these papers or are these are? I was going to say are these feathers, but I don't think they are. And we have a bathroom. With a whole load of pills on the floor. Can I read any of them? Something bad went down in this house. We have a diary. And no other books. Well, loads of other books, but none to read. Right. May 12th. I hate to admit it, but Scott is a good kid. He's hardworking, takes care of me when I'm drunk, and he's a man of his word. I'm starting to like him. So whose house... I'm wondering whose house this is now, because apparently it's not Scott's. June 10th. Did I see her again? How can that be? Why doesn't the medication work anymore? Did he give me cheap pills? No, that can't be. He's as guilty as I am. We're all in it together. He cannot abandon me. They cannot abandon me. So whoever's in this house is very troubled. Ever since Scott asked about her, I've started to see Sophia again. Why do you have to mention her? I need more pills. I think I'm going crazy. So Sophia... So this guy's... Whoever this is seeing an apparition called Sophia. Oh Lord, I know I'm a sinner. I realise it now. That's why I'm going crazy. I know that nothing I do will bring her back. I pray that our sins do not pass down to our children. Please forgive us for what we have done. Andrew Reed. Okay. For us. She is... do you know what? That gave me a little bit of chills. I'm not gonna lie. That sentence gives me a little bit of chills. Let's take a photo of it. I'm hoping I don't have to... Hello? Okay. It went really quiet. The music's gone. Why has the music stopped? Let's get out here. Oh! Oh my god, tell me you see that. Hello? Hi, can I zoom? Hi. You know what, I'll take a... Oh, she's gone. Oh. Okay, that gave me chills. That gave me full body chills. I was not expecting that at all. Like, who the hell was that? Who was that? So, what have we got? House entrance key found in one of the lockers, and that's a key somewhere at the mansion. Or a house entrance key. What key would that be? Maybe I have to find out what that key is. We're just going to gloss over the fact that there was a... I didn't even write any notes down of that little girl. That gave me chills. The fact that the music went off. I read that message. She is coming for us. Was that Sophia? Was that actually Sophia? Well, Sophia can fuck off. Right, so we have a key somewhere. We need to check out the inn, the rest of the inn as well, so we may as well do that now. We need to work out where this house entrance key goes. For a start, we need to find our way into this car, which I'm thinking there may be something in here. Let's head back in here. We're going to check the rooms. Now I'm kind of on edge. I am kind of on edge. Right. We need to check these rooms. However, we are unfortunately going to have to wait until next week for that. I like the fact there's music. No music creeped us out. So, we are going to have to leave that here for this week because I have, again, overrun on the recording. Right. So, guys, let's have a quick chat about this. I'm immediately intrigued. I have no idea where I have more. At the minute, I have more questions than answers. I'm still trying to work out the connections between people and the names. It took us way too long to realise that M from the mansion, the M, the person signing the notes M, was Mary, who I think is the cook or the chief maid. One of the two. I think it's chief maid. Still trying to work out the connections between people. We seem to have 3 murders at least. Vivian, the one who we're investigating, being the third one. There's the doctor who is dead. Can't say he was murdered for sure. Found him at the bottom of the river in his car. He was found. Now whether he had a heart attack and went off the road, or whether he was driven off the road or not, whether it's been labelled as non-suspicious circumstances. There's no like suspicion around these things, but I think that might have been one of the murders. But it seems to be that the one that was biggest and think it was the third one. The other two have just kind of been glossed over. And it was the third one, Vivian, who kind of was the big deal. The rest were kind of glossed. Which is very intriguing to me, because if it was 3 murders within 3 months, that screams to me that they were connected in some way. Because there's not that many murders in a village of this size. There's not that many murders taking place. So it's kind of, if it was 3 in 3 months, it's kind of a big deal. That's very intriguing. Yeah, like I said, I've got more questions and answers right now. Although it is too early to tell. I've only just started to investigate. Seems to be a whole thing with the house number 7. Obviously, there's been a fire in there, and the guy in there was medicated, had some mental health issues. Seeing someone called Sophia. I think we may have met Sophia. I think she may have been across the street when we left the house. That still gives, that gave me proper full body chills, that. Genuine full body chills. I am intrigued though. I am very impressed by the game. Overall, I'm impressed by the game. Even the first like hour and a bit. Very intrigued. Doesn't seem to be a lot of hand holding, which is kind of cool. I like that, because there wouldn't be. They're trying to be realistic as possible about it, which I like, and the fact that it's not telling you. You've got to kind of work out the clues for yourself. I think I'm definitely going to need a bigger notepad, for sure. I'm probably going to end up doing something crazy and having like a murder wall. with the whole things with the photos and the pictures and the scrap things and the string between them, the connections. I may end up with something like that if it gets too deep, too involved. However, I've been rambling on for a good few minutes now. Should probably, excuse me, accidentally hit a button. So guys, like I said, I've been rambling for a while. Let's just, let's crack on. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I hope it's intrigued you as much as it has me. If you are new here, feel free to come hang out, come check out some other stuff that we have going on. We would love to have you here. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you again for all the support. It is much appreciated. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, and you all know what's coming. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And as always, just see you on the flip side. Bye bye.